it's getting faster. Yesterday was like 30 seconds. This one came up faster this time. So, all right, guys, it's me over here pushing buttons, making stuff happen. And sorry for that couple of seconds delay, but when I can get started a little bit early within the 10-minute period, I'd much rather be ahead of time than behind time, especially on my today. I got a lot going on, so as I'm sure all you guys do. And so, welcome again. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And I watch Dan Bongino's show every day, so I try to. And it is what it is, guys. Everybody's got their thing. I don't have time to sit and watch everything. And I'm just going to give you guys some updates. And as you guys know, this is my live show talking about what, in essence, I did live on Rumble. And I'm going to just make it more family-friendly over here and that kind of thing. As you know, it's not a family-friendly show, but just I'm going to not say the usual words that I say on Rumble. And I want to drive traffic back over there. Every day I also, if I'm doom scrolling through something, it's going to be, how can I be a better father, or I think of it like different seats at the conference table of, okay, how can I be better for myself? How can I be better for my family and that kind of stuff, business stuff. And I came past a story you guys probably already heard of in the past of things like if you ever wake up in the middle of the night at around 3 a.m. or something, and you got this, it's not normal for you, and you got this feeling that something's going on. And I'm not a biblical scholar here, but there's a story in the Bible that this guy was talking about where it's called was called the fourth watch. And for those of us who do wake up that kind of early from time to time and just being aware of that kind of stuff, it's the time when the enemy is marching against you and that kind of stuff. And I'm just telling you guys stuff that happened on my watch, and that's why I'm here. I'm screaming from the rooftops that the VA, specifically the money side of VA, is a broken system. It's not designed the way it's supposed to be. It's not working the way it's supposed to be, been designed. And as I think Bongino said a couple of days ago, that these broken systems have to be broken down even more so that we can then fix them the right way, the way they're actually supposed to be. And that, to me, just to start with an outcome in mind, that I'm going to keep doing this, that imagine every day rather than, or imagine if the VA, money-wise, that they would have no authority to tell you no to your money. That they say, hey, little trooper, you're joining the military, and that's great, and you're going to pay this amount of money into the GI Bill here, and then you're going to, okay, now you've done that for that long, that's how you can change your life by being better for yourself over there. Over here can help you be more entrepreneurial by you getting your VA home loan started early so you can start renting your house out and all that kind of stuff. And you're also going to want to know about this other money that's over here probably a couple of years from now when you've got kiddos or property taxes or that kind of thing. We want to guide you to over here, this money over here for your death benefit money. And you know what? We'd love you to stay in and have that day job and have that money and be fulfilled through the abundance that you've been promised. And we as the VA would love to help you out with that. That's what they should do, guys. That's why it's called compensation and pension. It means Uncle Sam said years ago when we all signed a contract that Uncle Sam was going to ding us and ding us, and it's just paperwork. That's what it was designed to be, compensation and pension, and not disability. So, but let me back up before I get moving forward. It's too far. And I do have a tight timeline today. I got other meetings to head out to and that kind of thing. So try not to over talk on the same stuff every time. Every day I'm talking to more and more people and being more focused on helping you guys out. Again, this all happened on my watch, and I'm not a whistleblower. I don't work for the VA and that kind of thing. So I'm not from the inside, and I don't know. I just know what I know, and I don't work for the VA. I'm out here working for you guys. That's what I love about being a consultant, is that I work for you guys, and I'm here to help you guys get the abundance that you and I know that you're supposed to have. And if I put everything into good and evil, just to make things faster, from my explanation and how my mind works, is if evil is taking, it's only because good people are doing nothing about it. And there's a song lyric that says, "You screaming out for change while remaining the same." And there's another line that I wrote down I just want to make sure I'm covering that one today too. But if you guys think, and I'm going to keep going back to the same stuff every day, that the government doesn't care, the government doesn't care. They keep the people who are trying to take and take and take from you, and currently the sad reality is every day you wait, I call it a guaranteed loss with VA money. Every day you wait, it's a guaranteed loss if you haven't done certain levels of paperwork. And if you're waiting on a new political regime to come in and make you all better, I'm probably not for you. I'm probably not for you, because I think, again, going back to good and evil here, it's my understanding and my faith that our Heavenly Father says none of this is supposed to be easy. Abundance does not mean simple. There's no simple plan to abundance. So you have to have a team. I'm going to keep going back to my pillars here, that you have to have a team. And speaking of team, I talked yesterday to the same veterans rights attorney again. We had a half an hour chat a couple days ago, and then we had a little bit less chat yesterday. And it's unofficial currently on paper. It sounds like at the end of our call, I said, I want you to represent me. And he said, I like you, and let's do this. So I'm meeting with his team probably a couple times this week, and definitely next week. We're right on the calendar for me meeting his staff next week. And he's a veterans rights attorney. Right now, I'm just going to leave it that he's a veterans rights attorney. I'm not going to tell you who he is yet. My clients know who he is and that kind of stuff, but that's I call it privileged information. But I don't want you guys all flooding somebody out there that I don't want to cause more chaos. If you want to do things the right way, guys, and that's the thing too, I have to hit on this. If you want to do things the right way, you have to do things the right way. That just is how this works. Abundance works that way. And I do want to talk about this today. That there was a study of entrepreneurs where they just tested the room of people. Let's say there's 100 people in the room. And I talked about this yesterday. I'm going to keep talking about it almost every day, bringing it up, because I want to use it as a baseline reference point. We've all heard in business of like the 80-20 rule. Well, there's a mindset rule out there, if I can call it that is probably 90-10. Only 10% of people think like I do. So that means I know what I'm thinking, and I have to now talk to you and be where you are. That's why I'm on different channels. That's why I offer different methodologies to get to you. And I talked about that in my Rumble channel today, that the Whitehouse now has had easily over 1,000. 1,000 is probably a low number. 1,000 requests for press passes, and just from an announcement from last week. And that sounds like it isn't that much, but when you consider the small little bit of room that is the White House, and if I go back to what four things that gaslighting are, if you're lie often, lie deep, and that you separate the close communication off from those who can rebut any of that stuff. So now the White House is saying, hey, I don't call it open source, but we all know stuff. Bongino knows stuff. You know stuff. I know stuff. And that's why I'm talking here. I know my stuff, and I want you and I to be in the same room, and I want us to work together so we can make our country at where it should be. American dream is a thing for a reason. We have to, every day we got to put our armor on and be prepared for what's what. I'm not going to get too deep in that conversation here on YouTube. But we're in charge now. This is the media. I'm the media. I don't want to be the media. I don't want to talk about the weather. Weather affects all of us, but I want to talk about your money. Let's get to your money quickly, compliantly, of course, through paperwork. And as you know, like I mentioned, I talked to veterans rights attorney again just yesterday, and the reason why I'm going to keep talking on all these channels is, again, I'm not trying. I am meeting you where you are. If there's other channels and I need to be on, feel free to share and let me know and push my stuff over there too, because I move this over, by the way. This number one is not about me. Yes, I'm the best in the world at helping you guys, because I care enough to tell you that to your face, that you've earned money that the government doesn't want you to know about. And if you don't believe me, check your bank account. And as you know that I'm going to keep banging this drum every single day, over 135,000 of you every single month are popping that red smoke online, Google searching for the VA calculator that tells me these 4 things. You're lost, you're alone, you don't know your next steps, and you don't know who to turn to. So when I'm knocking on your door saying, hey, this is opportunity, answer the daggum door. As a medevac pilot, that's why I also moved that over a little bit further, this shirt here. As a medevac pilot, my job is to get every single last one of you off the battlefield. That's why now I'm calling that the one. You're one of many, many, many people out there, unfortunately. Help me get you off the battlefield. If I'm going to leave the fight to people bigger than me, corporate stuff to help from the top, bringing, let's say, Doge and all that kind of stuff into the system. But my job every single day is to talk directly to you, directly to your family, directly to your team, and help you get to your money quickly and compliantly. That's why I'm here. And I'm going to keep pointing over here because this is where you need to go. My website. Go to my website and learn more about your money. Learn from me. There's at least 5 menu items on my website. One of them talks about your, has an events page on there. It talks about my calendar of events, like the live stuff on Rumble, live stuff on YouTube. And I host a once-a-month seminar on empire stuff, which is how to build your business and your empire and that kind of thing. And I host a once-a-month event for you guys out there for your money. I call it a money briefing. So if you guys have, and it's live between me and you, it's not me just talking at you like it is here. So if you're looking for more of I like two-way communication too. So I thought this was going to be so weird for me, but now honestly, I've just gotten used to it. And like Bongino talked about, and most people are out there talking about right now, is the winning is happening so fast. Even if you had 4 hours a day to talk about all the winning that happened yesterday, it's just happening so fast. So we have to be, that's what I like, that I know what I know, and that's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the weather and sports and stuff. I want to talk about your money. Your money currently is not in your pocket. Let's go get it. So go to my website, 5 things that I'm going to tell you about. There's an events page on there that talks about different calendar events that I host. And I want to meet you where you are. You're popping red smoke out there. I want to meet you on the battlefield where you are and take you to a higher level of care. That's what that's there for. There's 4 other forums on there too that I want you to know about, and I'm not going to brief you on all of them because I've briefed a lot about that before. But there's podcast forums. I know you guys have done some cool stuff, so I'd certainly love for you to be on my podcast with me. A long form podcast I've got every Friday for 2 hours long. There's partnerships, there's force multipliers, and there's veteran community outreach. I'm removing all the excuses. I'm making this as easy on you as possible. Again, this is not supposed to be easy, but it's supposed to be easier. And I know you're hurting right now, and that's why I'm going to keep telling you, you have to do something every day that is uncomfortable. You can't get better without being uncomfortable. And I'm not a Jocko guy to yell at you, but I love Jocko style lines of that ring true in your head. I can see a bullet point that Jocko writes, and I go, yep, I know what that means to me. But I don't know what it means to you guys, because going back to the mentality of the 90-10 rule there is that only 10% of people think like I do, that what do I want and how do I get it? I think positively. You guys are out there thinking this way, most of you. And if not, it may not be directly you, maybe also your family members too, that it's going to be things like what don't I have and who do I blame? The government, the people who are not putting your money in your pocket right now, check your bank account. Those people love that you do this. They love that you just sit there and you're angry at everybody but yourself. And I'm telling you, I'm not trying to make you angry at yourself. I'm trying to get you motivated to move to my website. Again, over here, I'm pointing at my website. Go to my website right there. That's what it is. My website. Help me get you off the battlefield. Help me get all your 135,000 compadres out there that are laying on the battlefield right now asking for help. That's 135,000 of you are calling for Albert/Medevac. Come get me. Help me. And I'm here and you're here. They're there. They're out there hurting. I need your help to help them. I'm There's a reason why a book in my book series is called Small Teams Equal Great Things. There's a very small team of us who care enough to tell you to your face that if evil has a team, you need a team. I'm not going to go too much longer, guys. I got other meetings to get ready for, but today is about that. The winning continues, but that's big winning for the country. But I'm talking about your bank account. I need you, and I think you need you to get off your butt and go start working on your bank account, which is by talking to me. Go to my website. I'm a for-profit. I can help you with all this veteran money that's out there. And even when I was talking to the attorneys about this stuff, attorneys don't know everything. What's nice about, and I'm going to say this to my clients from now on too, the great place to spar is with me. And I mean verbal spar. I don't mean attack each other. I mean verbal spar to make you stronger. If you ask me a tough question, I'm going to give you a tough answer. And I want to make sure that the attorneys, their value in their time, because they go through a lot to be an attorney, especially a veterans rights attorney, even more than that, than just law school itself. So my point in telling you guys that is, you may say ugly things about me or to me, or Albert, you're this or you're that, or how I can't believe the VA does. That's you and I can talk about all that stuff. The lawyers are there to help you. Let me say it this way: the lawyers are there to help you do several layers. But there's just for an example with the VA, let's say you're filing a packet with the VA for a claim. There's always money on the other side of this packet, right? So you're filing a claim. You want to have an attorney on record. The VA requires I call it 3 levels of evidence. There's administrative evidence, which is a form number, which could change at any moment without the VA telling you. Secondly, there's things like medical evidence, and that's with doctors and stuff. Thirdly, there's legal evidence or protocol as well. And in order for you to have the most strength, you need to have more people in your team, because the VA has lawyers, doctors. They've got all kinds of, it sounds weird, but it's the same thing of how you say that with government, that for thee and not for me kind of a thing. I've been doing this 6 years, for those of you out there not knowing. I've been doing this for 6 years, and I've delivered over $10 billion to you guys, and to the best and deadliest humans on earth. So SEALs and MARSOC and Rangers and so on are my clients. And the people that I've helped, the who is way more important than the how much to me. How many of them and how much money. The who is so much more important, because to me, there's trust and performance. If the best and deadliest humans on earth trust me, I'm not saying I hope you can too, but that's why I put out their process on my website that says, hey, come on in, learn about me, ask me tough questions, I'll give you tough answers. But the government is the one who can lie to you to your face, and I call it opening up trapdoors and all this other kind of stuff too. And the government doesn't have to tell you about it. But imagine how strong you are going into any kind of a claim situation where you're filing a claim for money on the other side of that, and you've got me in your corner, you got a lawyer, veterans rights attorney on record. Oh, amazing strength, guys, amazing strength. And I just want to be clear. I do not offer lawyers. I don't have direct. I will not, as of now, will not have a direct connection to or like a contract with a attorney or doctor or anything like that out there. You know why? Because it's impossible. I can't be an itty-bitty business, a small business, trying to help 20 million of you out there. 20 million. Yes, there's 20 million living veteran service members. I'm not even counting your family members on the on my caregiver and stuff like that. There is so much money that you guys are missing out on because the government doesn't want you to know about it. And the government's in charge of all the systems and all the teams who, in essence, hide until you know. If you don't believe me, check your bank account. Come talk to me. Learn more about what's out there. And I'm not here to piss you off. I'm here to motivate you to get you moving. So, all right, guys, I got it moving into other events today. Geez, got other events coming up this week too. I'm going to tell you about, but I got to wait until next week and talk to you about it a little bit more there. All right, gang, appreciate you guys. And know this, that I'm going to talk about my book publisher says, every time you're out in front of the camera, you got to talk about your book and your babies. So this is not my book. It's not a book about babies. So this is my book that's coming out, the first 5 F's that are coming out very, very soon, next couple of weeks. And we're working on polishing it off. It is a survival guide and checklist for your life. 5 F's being things like finances. We're replacing the word family because it got a little bit confusing with foxhole. And because you get to choose, you guys know this, sometimes you don't get to choose your family, but you can choose your foxhole. So we're rerouting that, polishing up that, make that better. So things like faith, foxhole, who's in your foxhole, finances, obviously. And I've got a lot of, this is short and sweet to the point and it's even a checklist to where every page is going to say on the bottom of the page, turn the page. It's telling you to turn the page, go to my website. I'm just going to keep telling you guys, if you can't think like I can, do what the hell I tell you to do. At least understand that. You may want to do things differently than I do. However, I delivered over $10 billion to Deadly Humans. So I hope you can trust that. I don't say hope. I didn't have to tell you when you're laying on the battlefield that, hey, medevac's coming. Please get in the bird. You called me in. I'm here to pick you up. Let's go. All right, gang. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.